Dan, what do you make of the news here? Aaron Rodgers saying he intends to play for the Jets.
It felt like that was what it was trending towards for a while right now, right? My big takeaways from hearing him talk with Pat for about an hour, number one, Jets and their fans should be ecstatic because he's going to go play for them. And then number two, to the next level, you're going to get a guy that is very ticked off. That's what I heard in Aaron's voice, that he felt disrespected, that he felt slighted again. He started the conversation with Pat once again referencing Jordan Love and the fact that they drafted Jordan Love. He's going to replace me. I won 2 MVPs. And if you're a Jets fan, I know it's a lot of moving parts and waiting. You got a guy that is a Hall of Famer, can still play MVP level football, and now he feels disrespected again. That guy, if you protect him with that defense, the Jets are a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Yeah, legitimate.
You want to go into the season with a chance to win a championship. And unbeknownst to a lot of people, which it should be known, that most of the time you got a lot of teams in this league know damn well they're not even close. The Jets are close. The Jets can win a championship, and it wouldn't shock anybody based on what we've seen from this team. Still, a lot has to happen. Here's what I took away from Aaron Rodgers talking. This relationship been over. Maybe I tried to press it to be over a few years early, but it's been over.
You were ahead of the game.
I didn't really learn much about his relationship with Green Bay from that. And I've always felt like Aaron Rodgers felt like that since he flamed them in the opening press conference.
Right.
It was this demise was on its way. The best part, what you just said, is that the Jets are about to get Aaron Rodgers when all of this stuff works out, which may take time. But that's the best part we got out of that.
From the moment the Packers drafted Jordan Love, this was a divorce waiting to happen. This was a couple that went through high times when he won, as he likes to point out, back-to-back MVPs during the COVID times, and also struggles. And you knew that there was something going on because 2 years ago, he was looking to get out of Green Bay then, and it didn't happen, and it didn't mean that the problems went away, and the resentment for drafting Jordan Love went away, and it was going to surface back up at some point in time, and here it was. So they're now a couple that's getting divorced and figuring out how to divorce, and the Jets are in the middle of that divorce. But in the interim, until that divorce is final, the Jets and Packers have to work out compensation. The Green Bay Packers believe that Aaron Rodgers is one of the great players in their franchise history, one of the great players in the game today, and they want sufficient compensation. I know. Exactly. There were conversations within the organization about a Russell Wilson and Matthew Stafford type package. Now, they know they're not going to get that, and I'm not saying that they asked for that, but those conversations existed within their organization. But it's not hard to conjure up what they would want in return, a significant package. The Jets look back at what they once traded for Brett Favre. It was a conditional 4th-round pick that could have gone to a 3rd or a 2nd. Hold on, Marcus. And so the Jets want to limit the compensation. The answer probably, somewhere along the way, is a trade that the Jets give up more than they want, the Packers don't get as much as they want, and they figure it out. Aaron Rodgers himself said today, do the right thing and get it done. But Green Bay is not pressed for time. They don't need to make the trade today. The first soft deadline is the draft. If they pass the draft, they can hold it out for future draft picks. The Jets want their quarterback, and they're not going to get their quarterback until they reach a new deal with the Green Bay Packers. So we have a standoff. It has the potential to carry on for a while. They could solve it today. They could solve it next week. They could solve it next month. But right now, they're not close to solving it.
I'm stringing it out as much as I possibly can if I'm the Green Bay Packers.
My only pushback would be Green Bay did this.
It don't matter, Dan.
Yeah, like they still did it.
The negotiation.
They took Jordan Love.
It don't matter, Dan. Okay. The negotiation is between Green Bay and the New York Jets.
Right.
Green Bay has no ties anymore to Aaron Rodgers. He just went on Pat McAfee Show and said, I plan on playing for the Jets.
But they selected the player, and they told the player that they no longer want him.
I've been telling you this since it happened. Green Bay operated how you're supposed to operate.
I totally agree.
His feelings got hurt. Great. Now we got to get the business. We got to get the
business.
They're
getting divorced. Figure it out. Yeah. Who gets the assets?
Okay, all right,
exactly. What do you have to say to all of that? The denial of the report, but then also he ended up kind of confirming some of the names that he does like.
Basically, Diana said there was a wish list, and these players are on the wish list. And he said that he would vouch for those players, of course. Yeah. And again, all this was conversations between the Jets and Aaron Rodgers about what he'd like to see done. Doesn't mean they have to do anything. They're talking about what they want to do to make this happen. The Jets would roll out the red carpet to bring Aaron Rodgers to New York. At that point in time, they're trying to convince him of all the things that they could do because he's pondering retirement. Aaron, you want Randall Cobb? We could try to do that. We could try to bring in Alan Lazard. We'd love to have those guys. You want us to shine your shoes every day? You want us to bring in pizza for you for lunch? What do you want? We'll make it happen.
Sounds good.
Okay, and in terms of reaching out, yes, we reached out to him sitting at this very desk on Monday after Trey Wingo reported that it was a done deal that he was going to the Jets. And so everybody was wondering about whether or not it actually happened. And so I texted him and I said, wanted to ask, can you confirm that you've told the Jets you want to play football? Thank you very much for the insight, giving you the say.
Yeah.
And he said,
Lose my number. Nice try, though. Go ahead.
It's a good fantasy team.
One, love pizza.
Lose my number.
I made this argument that the guys that were on that list actually upgrade the Jets roster. And two, we're talking about a guy that's been in a lot of big playoff games, and he wants to bring guys that were in those playoff games with him. You know, you're going to the Jets to try to win an AFC championship. I think they got 3 guys on their roster that have played in a championship game. So why not bring Alan Lazard, who's been in it, and Randall Cobb, who's been in it, and Bakhtiari or Mercedes? They've been in those games. They know how much they matter. I think that's a smart thing by the organization and Aaron.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.